Hi, I'm Kimberly Jentzen, and I'm delighted that you've come back for part 2 of The Objective, which is also the need or what the character is fighting for. I want you to know that if you didn't see part 1, stop now and go ahead and watch part 1 because it will help you understand part 2. We are continuing from part 2, but if you don't want to and you want to stay with me anyway, okay, come on board. This is out of my book, Acting with Impact. I just wanted you to know, just in case you want more information on The Objective. Okay, so here we go. This is the other aspect of the scene objective, which is what's in the way of you getting it. So let's take a simple script like Forrest Gump. Now, Forrest wants Jenny. He starts out wanting to belong or wanting to fit in, and then he moves to immediately wanting Jenny. And Jenny wants basically to fly or run away. She wants to escape this life, and that's what her overall need is. So if we take a scene, like let's take the scene where right after she's playing guitar naked, and Forrest comes in to rescue her and save her, and they're standing outside, and there's a bridge. She says something to the effect of, "Do you think if I jump from this bridge I can fly?" Something to that effect. And Forrest says, "Jenny, come home with me." And Jenny, she's looking for an escape. She's looking to run or fly away. And so her need in the scene is to get away, even if it means getting away from Forrest. So in the scene, we have the scene to get away, run away, escape, and then we have the need for Forrest to keep her, to take care of her, to keep her. Now, what's getting in the way of him getting what he wants? Well, her need. Her need is to escape. It has nothing to do with what he wants. So her obstacle is that Forrest is keeping her from running away. You know what you want at the end, but you don't know how you're going to go after it. You're going after it, you're seeing if you're winning, you're seeing if you're losing throughout the scene, you're trying to get it, and then the obstacle shows itself. It reveals itself as you play. That's why it's so important for you to get on your feet and not act in your head, but rather act on your feet. And not try to figure out the scene or think about it, but get on your feet and start playing with it. Start, have a friend read the other lines if you need, so that you can start playing with the scene and discovering, well, what's in the way of getting what I need? Let's take Titanic. And Rose, at the very beginning of the film, played by Kate Winslet, she wants to get away from the confined life that she's been put into. She wants to be free. And Jack, who's played by Leonardo DiCaprio, he wants freedom as well. And they come together and they fall in love. And their obstacle, her family, does not embrace him or will not embrace him. Also, Rose is betrothed to another man. And so there's all of these obstacles that show up. But in the very acting, the give and take within each actor that you're playing with is going to give you different obstacles, ways in which you don't even know or you won't even expect. The actors we enjoy watching, you can't even tell they're acting. They're so natural that they're playing the reality of the obstacles that are showing up in the moment-to-moment give and take. So your obstacles sometimes can't even be planned. You don't know why or how you're not going to get what you want. The objective pulls you forward. You have that need, you want it. For example, Jack falls in love with Rose. He doesn't want her to jump off into the ocean. Rose wants to jump off into the ocean when they first meet, and he convinces her not to. And there's that encounter, that give and take, that only happens when you are really in the moment and really listening to your fellow actor. So often it's really good not to plan your obstacle. Be aware of it, know what your need is, and discover that obstacle in the moment while you're acting. A great way to do that is to improvise the scene. As you improvise the scene in your own words with your fellow actor, so you're doing a scene and you say to your fellow actor, "Hey, let's just do it in our own words and see what happens." You'll discover more of obstacles, and the obstacles you discover are always more interesting than anything you'd ever plan. And so acting is a lot about discovering in the moment as if it's really happening, and there is no acting then. And it becomes very organic and raw, and it drops to kind of a grounded place, and that's where you're going to thrive, is in a grounded, alive place where you really enjoy the give and take of another actor. and you're struggling to get this thing, and there's things that they want, they're struggling to get it. And then you're meeting and you are almost, it's acting as kind of a negotiation, but it's done without words of negotiating words. Well, sometimes they're negotiating, but the truth is that it's our behavior and our listening and our give and take and our reality and being in the moment and it being alive that makes it worth watching. So that's what I want for you today, is to be aware in the moment of what's in the way of you getting what you want when you're in the work, in character, and that you go after it. And you keep changing your strategy until you overcome the thing that's in the way of getting it. I want to thank you so much for joining me. We still have part 3 of the objective. I'm so excited. It's such an exciting tool to work, and it's so important. Please join me soon. And please stay tuned to MasterTalentTeachers.com for part 3, which I'll be bringing you next.